Toastmaster Abubakar Basheer. Title of the speech: Read What You Saw. Read What You Saw by Toastmaster Abubakar Basheer.
Am I audible? Yes. Thank you. Anyone here who has confronted face to face with your own death? Nobody. But I have. But Mr. Contestant, my dear fellow Toastmasters, my guests, a very warm good evening to you all.
Good evening.
It was a fine Saturday evening. The weather was very pleasant and my home was buzzing with joy. All my close relatives were following me. And the elders, the gentlemen were busy making merriments and laughter in the front courtyard. Ladies, as usual, were partially busy with cooking and mainly busy with gossip. There was a makeshift kitchen just behind our shed where cooks and their helpers were busy cutting the vegetables and onions for the next day's feast. Yes, the next day was a very special day for us, the marriage of my younger sister. Being the last, it was a grand celebration. During those periods, most of our villagers used to have a problem of low voltage. And my house being the extreme end, it was worst of it. We tried to arrange a generator for the day, but we could not manage to get it. Everybody was looking at me, was expecting me to find a solution for this. There is a reason for that. Right from my teenage, I used to work with these electrical systems and the wirings. And one of my innovations was to develop an electrocution system for killing the rats which used to get trapped. It was, when the power was switched on, it was very painful to see these rats crying and jumping till it became motionless. It was very painful, but that was the best method possible. Anyhow, for the low voltage issue, I find a solution. There was a pump house beside our house, which used to work irrigation. Being having a three-phase connection there, the voltage was quite high. So the idea was to extend a wire from there to the nearest power socket, which is in our bathroom. So normally, the power from the socket goes to the pin. So when this is removed, this will be dead. No, it will not be light. But in this case, it is the reverse. I cannot give the connection like this and put in the socket. So the risk factor in this, when you remove this will be light. Anyhow, the project was completed successfully. And when the lights were switched on, all the lights were burning brighter. Some of them even clapped like our Toastmasters. Everything was normal till my sister asked me to help her to operate the washing machine. I was in full spirits and ready for any help. I went to the bathroom, and for that particular moment, the washing machine was kept in that bathroom. And for that particular moment, I forgot about this new connection. I just unplugged it and I was trying to connect this pin. And during the process, I forgot about this pin is right, and my finger just happened to touch on this leg. I felt a sudden explosion and my body started shivering. I could not hold anymore. The body is shivering and shivering. Instantly I cried aloud. Somebody went and switched off the main switch, but there is no use because the power is coming from the pump house. My body started curling and I could see in front of my eyes. I saw lots of thoughts flash across my mind. Oh my God, how my death happened to be like this. I was so sure of it. I was seeing face to face. I could see this wire. If I can know if I just shake my hand, it will go off. But my hands were frozen and I could not do anything. I could hear lots of cries and shoutings as if it's coming from far away distance. Suddenly, I started seeing the eyes of number of rats in the cage staring at me. And they were yelling together at me. You were doing all this to us. And now this is your turn, and you deserve it. I could not contain anymore. My body started curling more and more, and I suddenly collapsed to the earth, breathless. I felt a sudden thump on my left hand, and a sudden release of pressure. I opened my eyes and saw my brother standing there with a stick in his hand. He sure might have driven this dreadful thing away from me. I could feel somebody pulling me away and lying in a cot. And I could feel some people shaking and massaging my body. I opened my eyes. All these things happened within a few minutes of time. Had my brother been a bit more late, instead of marriage function, it would have been a funeral. And you would have missed this wonderful narration even. My dear friends, can anyone imagine what the first thing I did when I could walk? Go outside, take this rat trap and electrical system and smash it. That's the first thing I did when I could walk. And I have never ever used this again. My dear fellow masters, so quite often we ignore the pain and sufferings of others. But when we happen to be affected and we realize the gravity of this problem, it will be too late. So please realize it and act now. Over to you.